don't know what this. Oh,
We
hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique and Dr. Joy PhD. Callie is not on today. We will miss her greatly because we want her to talk about Martell, but oh well. Right now we're gonna do Love and Marriage Huntsville, 99 Problems, but a beach ain't one. I really like this episode because I love that it was just the original six with a whole bunch of other people, and I want them to get back to that. I don't know if
it
other
was
people do,
so
but
much fun. I wonder, do they realize that?
I love that.
Like, I wonder, like, one of the things, the first two seasons seemed so authentic. It was
Yeah,
nothing about it that seemed produced. It just seemed like they just threw a camera in there and they just
and they was
started
just
living it.
going.
It was such, I'm sure, and we know that that's not true, but it seems so authentic. Now it seems forced. It's actually like, I really wish they understood how much fun it was watching it. And I know Mel takes the hit of it. This is the part of Tisha that I don't like. That we saw. And y'all know I'm team Tish. But
Yeah, that was a hot
I
mess.
didn't like
Okay.
what the things that she was
I
saying.
didn't like what she was saying either. Everything we say is allegedly. Joy can't get it out. Everything we say is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. Don't get mad, get glad. I'm gonna share it out to people. Hopefully, people will join us. Let me get my notes because I really don't know why I don't
And
remember.
let me say this. Let me tell you why.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Because everybody think I don't like Melanie, which isn't true.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is the reason why I was so pro Mel the first two seasons. Melanie, the first two seasons, was so vulnerable. When we talk about her show being authentic, she was so vulnerable. And there are things that, the inside of me would want to hide. I'm just going to be honest. Y'all I call it covering my husband. I would have covered him. I would have covered him until I had enough. Until I walked out the door. That's just my protective spirit. Everybody don't have that. I get that. Because I don't, my brain doesn't allow me to even understand a woman that doesn't cover her husband but would stay with him. It doesn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't make sense to me.
I get it.
Yeah, it just doesn't. And she was so vulnerable. And I thought I saw that again. Playing the tough
Really?
girl. Yeah. When she was talking to Tish, I think she was having real conversations. And Tish took it and judged it. I don't like that. I think she judges her. It may be true that she is saying things to make herself believe it, but you judged it. And you have a choice. Like, it could have been like, I hope everything goes well. You can have an optimistic conversation without judging it. And I feel like
so
she
too.
judges
I didn't
her.
like that.
Huh? And I don't like it.
I didn't like when she said that either. I was a little shocked because I felt like it was such a great day for them.
It was.
And
no shame.
Yeah, we didn't even rate the episode. What do you rate it?
Oh.
Because Tori done rated it.
What did she rate it?
A 10.
Really? I would say
I liked it.
I mean, it was a good episode. I would say about an 8. It wasn't drama, but it was good. It was fun to watch. I love seeing them. Oh, let's talk about that. Martell. Okay, first of all, when people ask me why I like Martell, this particular episode is why I do. I do like when people are honest and vulnerable. And I thought that. You don't think Martell was being vulnerable? He couldn't even listen to that girl. Like, you have to see the people in the group when people were saying, wow, he should have sat there and let this be a teachable moment for people. I said, y'all want him to break out and cry?
No, he didn't need to break out.
They want that. Like, I was like, he basically did. I mean, he let us know that it affected him, and he didn't just get up slowly. He got up quickly. Which
he did. He was like, I got to get out because it was coming.
And y'all have to remember, if y'all didn't remember, I'm sure y'all saw it. Martell was listening to a love song that Melanie was playing, that they were playing.
Yeah.
That was a song. Martell, I'm sure he regrets it, or he definitely will one day. and it's too late. I do think when I was listening to her, I think she's finally at the place that I wanted her to be at.
Simply, you cannot take this beautiful moment.
I thought that, yeah, that's crazy. That's mean. That's crazy. That's mean. I thought it was I thought it was nice. I thought it's the vulnerability that I wanted to see third season and that we didn't see it.
Oh,
And I
I thought the
mean,
chef was cute. I was like, Melody, the chef is cute, and he can cook for
I
you,
don't
and you
know if
gonna
she's
eat.
I don't think she's always negative. I've seen her be on the defense a lot. And that's why I kind
Yeah.
of was team Tish. She wasn't on the defense today. She chose
Mm-hmm.
to be. That's what
Yeah.
I don't like. Like when she's on the defense, I mean, I'm with her. Like you can't attack me and my eyes, I get what her comebacks are. What I don't like is when you're having a conversation with somebody and then you'll take it, kind of twist it a little and pass judgment on them. I didn't like that. And I
I
liked
mean,
it.
and I feel like this is one of my favorite
I've been
episodes.
riding
Besides,
hard for you, girl.
yeah, I did too. I feel like this is one of my favorite episodes. Besides them, I was sitting at that table when they came to had the Ponderosa about Wanda,
Uh-huh.
and this with all six. I
Yeah.
just really liked the break from all the craziness.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah.
them, and it was them. They were vulnerable. I feel like that's the good word. All of them in every scene has some vulnerability to them. And I think that's why I really enjoyed this scene. It wasn't a whole bunch of arguing, a whole bunch of this.
Right.
It was just them, and I loved it. Um,
What did
Little
you think?
Martell. Is that his name? They call him Tank, but his
They
name is
call him
Martell.
Tank, but he's Martell Jr., yeah.
He is the sweetest
Yeah.
child
I
I have
think all of
ever.
them, they got good kids. Like
They
they
do.
really
I
do
mean, when he
have a
was
beautiful
praying, and then
family.
Sugar Mama was praying too, and I was like, Sugar Mama. And Martell gave her that look, and she got quiet. I don't know if anybody knows. I just feel, I don't know. I just wish they would have stayed together. Yeah, I know they shouldn't get back together,
I
but at
know.
that moment, I was like, I want them to get back
I
together.
do.
You
I
know?
love them. I think I know that if Martell watches his show back at times has to kick himself. Can we talk about that conversation that he was having with Marceau?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I thought that was and what's gonna happen next week and how I interpreted what he said. When he was
Okay, go
when
ahead.
he was talking to Marceau, Marceau was asking him questions, and the way that Martell, it was one particular question he asked
Let me
was,
go to
I
that
mean,
section.
one thing the Martells, he actually said twice. He said, "I must have not been doing something for Melanie to give up on me."
Yeah.
Like he said, I mean, do you know how much accountability that is?
Why do you think it took him so long? You think he just had to get to the place to notice it?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel like they both did something
Yeah.
wrong. I'm not
We know
saying
what it's
that.
like when a woman is in love with us.
Yeah,
I mean, and
you
I'm
do.
in
You
love
know.
with us, but I mean, in
I know
love
what
with,
you meant. Like a man
yeah.
knows when.
You
Yeah.
know what their behavior is, and it ain't just about being tired or being busy. When you are in love with somebody, you consider them. You may not consider them 3 days a week, 4 days a week, but you gonna consider them at least two. You're
At
gonna
least
take some time out
at the
to
minimum.
make
Yeah.
sure that things are being taken care of. And
Mm-hmm.
he that's a big, and I hope the conversation
Oh.
goes better than it looks next week.
Oh, it don't look like it's gonna go well
Yeah, but what's sad is Melanie wasn't privy to that conversation with
with
Marceau
Marte.
because
Yeah, with Marcel.
because literally
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to see what he did wrong. He ain't trying to get you to engage to start no argument. He wants to know what he did wrong.
Yeah.
Hopefully not to repeat it. That's how many men in relationships do you want them to call you and say or end it? You know how many inbox that has happened on Facebook? How many times that which is
Yeah.
tickling to me. When you have an ex inbox, you would be like, "Oh, so and so." It's like it's 15 years too late, but
I know,
hey.
right, girl. Okay. Now that's happened to everybody. Okay, but what is this upscale article? Like, what did he say wrong simply? I did not read it. I know a lot of people are upset about it. What did he say so wrong in that article that because people were very upset with that? And I was like,
I didn't
I don't
read.
understand. I didn't read it either. I don't understand why they were so mad about him being on the cover of a magazine, even though he was photoshopped to the gods. I was like, Martell, you didn't need all that. But
He looked good on that magazine now.
He looked like a
It's
straight
not
wax.
about it. It's never too late. It may be too late for their relationship, but it's never too late to try to figure out where you went wrong. That's accountability. That's I
He
mean,
needs to figure it out.
and this ain't 20 years later. They've been married, but maybe like a year and a half.
Well,
You
I
know,
want to say this though. The question, because Marcel was like, "What you gonna do when Mel start dating?" But then he gonna ask Martell, "What you gonna do when you start dating?" He helped Martell date Coleslaw for years. Why you asking what Martell gonna do when he start dating? When Martell been dating for the last 5 years of his marriage, I don't understand that. But what did Martell say? I can't remember. He said he was gonna bring around the right lady,
yeah.
and he felt like Mel would bring around the right guy. Do you think that Martell will be able to see Mel with someone else?
I think he can. I think he can. I mean, he's
You
gonna
think
have
he
to.
can?
I mean, he's already seen them with some dudes. I mean, we got a video of one of them.
Yeah,
But
but we don't know what they were doing. They were just eating dinner.
okay.
I don't know.
I wonder is that the video where he showed up? That was some fun.
But she
Martell.
didn't even look like she was on a date, Joy.
It
Unless
did.
so, she
It
was very
didn't. It
comfortable.
didn't. But he didn't get up. But if he wasn't, why didn't you say, "Hey, my name is so and
Such
so
and such.
from
Well, then
from
you got
from
this
State
crazy ass
Farm"?
man
That
stalking you and his ex-wife.
or the mere fact that he said this was the funniest crap on reality TV when Martell told Melanie that since you stalked me when we was married and I was cheating, now that
Uh-huh.
we divorced, I now can stalk you. I was like, it has to be a word where you can put the N word and audacity together.
It's gotta be an emoji, right?
Gotta be a word for the N word and audacity. Because all you can say is one time. He said that with a he was
He meant
serious
it.
as sin.
He meant that, Joy. And I was
He
sitting there. I
was
don't even think Mel
serious
knew what to
as
say.
sin.
I really think that he would go back. Well, I don't know now because he's with Sheree and maybe they are happy. But I really think at that moment at the beach with them and the kids. And why'd they play that song, girl? I love you so
You're
much.
it.
And
And
Mel doing,
why Mel always want to let us know that Martell trying to claw his way in? So he
because he
always
is
sending
Joy.
pictures. Because he always sending pictures. And,
She said, you just sent me these memories. She said, those was in your phone. She was like, and you just asked me to marry. I think it's because she feels like Martell was making it seem like she wasn't satisfying him, and she wants to prove to the world that he still wants her for some reason. What are you doing, dog? So it's her
I
validation. She
think that
doesn't need that though.
she's probably his 80%. That's
Yeah,
the
she is. She is.
that's the unfortunate fortunate. I mean the
Yeah.
unfortunate is that you meet people in life, you'll mess up your whole 80% for
Mm-hmm.
really
For
2.
5.
Right. Right. For 2.
Uh-oh, Kelly on you. What did I miss, Joy? Why are you asking why you are saying that Martell's trying to find out what he did wrong? I mean, I think we all know the answer to that. So what did I mean? Kelly, Joy was being good today.
I said that when he was having a conversation with Marceau, when they were playing pool, I think, or something, and Martell actually said, I had to be doing something wrong for her to give up on me. And he said that twice. Like he wants to know what he did wrong. And we see in a preview next week, he tries to ask her that. But I don't think Melanie thinks he's in a space where he's trying to really get some information. She
She probably thinks he's being smart, like
or
trying to
trying
blame
to
her.
just be, start
Yeah.
driving. I think Mel really wants to prove that they can get through this weekend without fighting. And I don't blame her. I feel
She's
that.
trying.
She's
Because even
trying.
when he was
I'll
like,
give her that. She's trying.
she makes faces though. Mel does make faces. So it's kind of like, I know
You
you're
can't
trying, but
help
your
what
face.
I always say. I can't help what your face do.
You
It's
can't
like
help your
talking to your
face.
mom. She be like, "You better not roll your eyes." You be like this.
So we knows, but she
You can't say it.
okay.
You
So this is
better
what he
not roll
did.
your eyes. I'm gonna slap your face. She be like,
This is what he said in the article. The man lied about the time frame of introducing those kids to that baby. Said him and Mel was broken up when Ariane got pregnant, and said he doesn't involve the kids in grown up business. Well, he had to lie for the article. Yet he recorded Mariah. Martell stopped. So Callie said Martell already knows what he done. But I'm thinking what Martell was saying in that moment, and I don't know if it's true or not, was that Mel started pulling away from him even before she knew he was cheating.
Right.
And it could
That's
have
what
been
she
she
said.
felt that he was. Because I'm thinking he probably was. But
Yeah, I mean, they kind of told us the whole thing. This is the
yeah.
reality. He wanted some stuff that Mel didn't want to do. That's let's
Is this
keep
it right here, Joy?
let's keep it real.
Yeah.
He's been pretty clear about that.
He ruined his
Mel
life for that.
didn't want to do some things that he
He
wanted to
won't do
do.
that.
And we've seen movies about this. It was a movie on D.L. Hughley. Remember? What was the name of that movie? Was it called The Brothers? I think
I remember
Bill
brothers, yeah.
Bellamy. D.L. Hughley was the husband who didn't want, whose wife wouldn't. And
Uh-huh.
she was like, I'm a Catholic girl, I don't do that. And he was contemplating cheating on her. Y'all don't remember that movie?
Oh.
It was the girl who I think gosh, what's her name?
So she asked him to talk dirty to her, and he said no. So Martell should have sucked it. Yeah, they both did stuff to each other that, like, he didn't talk dirty to her. She didn't slob on the knob. That does not mean he should have cheated. I don't think he even thinks that's why he should have cheated, but that's what caused him to kind of go out and do it.
He wasn't no
Not, it's called wedding
so
vows.
simple.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all better leave Martell alone. He tried.
Melanie made it clear she wanted to. Joy, he agreed to it. It's called wedding vow. I'm not arguing that. I'm a realist in regards to, as not that I'm an expert, because I'm not. I just been married 25 years and I got married really young. So my thing is what you tend to like at 23 when I got married is totally different at 48.
I can tag people's.
How
Yeah.
old am I? Yeah, I'm somebody.
40. I say 40.
But let me just say this: what you like at 23 is different when you 30 and 35 and 40 and 48. It's just different. And I think that they got married young, and you don't necessarily know what you like. Passion, all that stuff that comes with age. And sometimes your partner doesn't move in the same direction. I see it too often. I done been to far too many weddings, and it's set through far too many conversation amongst your divorcing girlfriends for similar reasons, not necessarily because of this direct issue, but sexual issues.
So Latoya said that a lot of black women don't do that, but most white women do.
Yeah, I mean it's a whole faceted group of people. Girl, I don't even want to go there, but
yeah.
I was probably
what do you think about him putting his face in somebody's
20s before people even talked about that.
Oh yeah,
that was something that they were. And I grew up in the 90s though.
People just didn't do that. Just no.
Yeah, it's just.
So, but he did do that. Like he should have. But I don't know. He would. I don't know. Not working out, then fix it or leave, but don't cheat and then ask what happened.
Oh, I'm not asking. You're correct. Cheating is never the right answer. It's just never. It's just never the right answer. It's an unfortunate situation. So you didn't had enough. So you say, hey, I divorced my wife because she won't pleasure me in a certain way.
Right.
Like seriously, that's literally what you're saying. That would have been the appropriate way. It don't mean it would have hurt the wife or kids or children any less.
I just don't see how. I mean, I know that's important, but I guess they didn't know about the toys. I mean, there's different ways you can emulate that. I think that's the word.
And that's such, even with somebody you've been married to for 20 and so many years, that's such a vulnerable conversation. And people are terrified of rejection, even amongst your spouse. And men get tired of rejection.
He had no business inviting folks to come over on his vacation. Let's talk about that.
You really think that wasn't production? Because I think it was production.
I think it was because, but I do remember that Tish them was in Destin, but I do think Martell wanted to show them, even if it wasn't production, that they were in the same place together. I felt like he was very happy and wanted to show them that they could do it.
And I
But
think
I think he should have went about it a different way.
this is why I believe it was production. Because if it wasn't production, it just would have been a show that nobody else could have talked about. Only Martell and Melanie and them telling the story. If you add another person in there, it then becomes a we story.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
cheating is
guess. I
the
mean, I
answer.
felt like
I
Tish them
said
coming.
no. I said cheating is never the answer. I said men and both women are in peculiar situations. I knew of somebody, I had a good friend of mine who got married to a guy, and they didn't have any relations before they got married and were divorced. No lie. I mean, literally separated, moved out of their house. I don't even believe they made it 31 days. You
What?
know, I promise I'm not lying.
Are you for real?
I'm dead serious. And it was crazy because they knew each other for a long time.
But I
Um,
mean, how can you
I
even
don't want to
figure
say
stuff
too
out?
much because I don't know who on here, but it was due to sexual issues. But I promise you, I know. So I have to tell you off air, but yeah, it
But
was,
you can't even get.
it was,
You can't even
and,
figure
and,
each other
and,
out in 30
and this
days.
same friend, we would have a conversation like 20 years later, about whether or not she regrets it. And she said she did. It was actually a humbling conversation. When you're young, you think certain things are so important. And then as you get a little older, other things become more important. And the things that you thought was important wasn't. So it's a you would be surprised. Like it's
Yeah. I mean, I do feel like Mel probably paid for that trip, but I feel like production probably helped her pay for stuff too.
I'm pretty sure production did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with they should.
they better.
I mean, they
I
all, but
think Callie owned one today. We
I think
tried, Joy. We
they
tried.
through that. Although it's true that they've always obviously gone on vacation, and that's been one of their spots. If you live in Huntsville or Birmingham, that's a spot. Have you ever been to Destin?
Yeah,
Oh my God, it's absolutely
it's
beautiful down there.
gorgeous. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Like I would consider. I was looking up jobs while I was down there the last time.
I, but what?
I
Okay,
would live there. It's an island though, and it sits by itself.
so
So
do
it's
you think
surrounded
that
around water.
if production was in on this, Mel didn't know? Martell did. Are you thinking? Because she seemed very shocking. If she wasn't, she was acting very well. Like she should win an Oscar.
Oh,
But should he have told her before 25 minutes before they got there? If he knew they was coming, or was that like a production thing told him to wait? What do y'all think?
it's possible production did. I don't know.
But because that really made, she was like boundaries and respect. He's not respecting what we're doing here. Yeah, I think once they got there and everything got warmed up, they were kind of egging them on, like, y'all back together. This is the Martell and Mel I like to see, doing stuff like that. And that was her face. Mel did not like any of that. Okay. Ah, that is not what she's doing. Hallie is being BAD today. What do y'all think about the children's memories? Why they like them flowers short to their daddies? I didn't understand that.
It was probably something they all laughed at. It's so little bitty funny. Y'all ain't never had but we have the silliest memories that may sound corny for an outside ear, but inside it's just
It's
hilarious.
just a inside joke.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
bike rides. I really feel like Martell on this thing when he got there got to have memories and remember all the stuff they used to do as a family.
Yeah.
And they had a great family
They
and a
did.
young family.
They did.
And
It's,
I don't know, a successful family. Y'all
oh,
want
we
to talk
gotta
about?
talk about the
Let's
Kimmi.
talk about that too. Um. Oh,
Yeah,
I
she
gotta say
did.
this.
She has some beautiful hair too.
What happened? Let's talk about this though, because I thought this was hilarious. They said Martell was like, "I like a village," and Mel said, "Don't you? No, you don't. You just want it to be Mar Illich, his village. He wants to be the only village in the world, and it's about control." Do you think Martell is controlling?
Um, yes, but it's a different kind of controlling. He's not the type that control. I don't know if this is
Oh,
worse because I do know somebody who's in a marriage like this. It's his is a different kind of control. He don't control from the sidelines. He controlling from within.
mm,
So that could either be a good thing or a bad thing.
mm-hmm,
The kids need to eat healthier foods. He ain't gonna
mm-hmm.
bark at you to make it. He gonna make it his doggone self. You
Which
know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
that. Yeah.
So, but I'm just giving a mild version of that. But I know somebody who was in there a marriage like that. That girl, when I found out they was getting divorced, I sat in the car and cried because on the outside looking in, it looked like they had what I see with Mel and Melanie. Like you go
Uh-huh.
in their house, they be in the kitchen together. My husband sit down watching football.
Well,
I'm
they
sweating, screaming, somebody bring me the grace. Look, somebody bring me some water.
and that's what I can understand because Tish, it was so when they played that little game, the dynamics of the relationship, you could see that Martell and Mel had to think about who did
Yeah,
what because they kind of split stuff up
yeah,
where everything was Tish
yeah.
and everything was her. And I was thinking, I don't know if I would want to be in Tish's situation. It's not a bad one, but I don't know if it was something
But
I could want.
it's not like Tisha also has a job to report to. She
Yeah.
does contract work here and there. She got some other things going on, but she ain't got to be nowhere at 9 o'clock in the morning. Every
Right.
morning, Monday through Friday. So yeah, she is going to take a bigger role in regards to the inside of the house. But I'm just saying,
Even
it's
cutting the son's hair, like she did everything. You would think
that's
a
true.
man would take his son to the barbershop.
That would
Like
be
she
one
did
boundary that I
everything.
wouldn't do. Because I had girls. My husband didn't have boys. We didn't have
Uh-huh.
any boys. So I used to always say if we had a boy, I would have my Saturdays free.
Right. Because then he would
I
be,
should.
I don't know. It just seemed like Tish did everything. And I feel like I know that she's in the house, but still help her just a little bit more. So help her just a little bit. But I did like this that dynamic like Martell and Mel was like, well, do I do that or do you do that? It's like they shared stuff. They had a great relationship.
It is.
It's not fulfilling. Hold on. Seems like a woman forget who they are and lose themselves. Prayers up for. So you think Tish has lost herself?
They can, but Tisha seems well rounded though. Like she may have been a shell of herself when the show began. Tish always outside. Plus, they got a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're out. They
Nuh-uh.
mingle.
Not the problem is Martell's the only one allowed to have a village. You better stop simply. You and Callie. What Linda say? I missed it.
What you say?
Oh, she said Letitia and Marceau are not legally married, allegedly. I don't know. Have you heard that?
Uh-uh.
But I thought they got married really young and she was pregnant. Right? Am I wrong?
It wasn't really young, but she was pregnant. Because she's
I mean,
like
she wasn't
4
as young as Wanda, but I mean, she had graduated. Because I think Mel and Martell got married at 22, right? So it's
Well,
around that time.
Martell was a little bit older. He said on the first episode that he proposed to her on the day she graduated. And she
Mm-hmm.
graduated on time. Like she was 22.
Right.
Martell was going back to school. He had
To
been in
school, yeah.
school.
So
Right.
I didn't hear they weren't legally married. We need the tea on that, Linda. I think that's all I had. The Tish thing. She kind of upset us with what she said in her confessionals. But I think when they were together, she acted okay.
Yeah, she acted okay. I just wish
You don't
she hadn't
remember when
judged it.
Tish
Like
revealed
you
that
can
Meghan
have
Markle
something to
got
say in
the
your
kids over her?
confessionals without it being judgmental. That's
Yeah.
all. What
I
you think
remember that.
about Kimmy taking her hair and creating
Created her own thing. I love that.
what are they gonna do to it? I wonder where they gonna put it in those one kind of I don't know if you've seen them, those
Micro link, yeah.
micro links or
That's
something.
what I'm
Something
thinking
she
they'll
can
do is make
keep
her some
using
micro
over
links.
and over again.
Yeah, I think they'll make them some micro links and she can add it to her hair.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of natural hair people are doing now. So they add the natural looking hair to their hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm thinking that's what she's gonna do. Yep, that broke my heart with. Do you really think? No, I don't think she loved him.
Who?
Tish, did she love Marceau or did she get married because she was pregnant?
First of all, can I say this whole thing about obligation? Wanda had 2 babies. and I don't think she was married to her
To
first.
none of them.
Letitia's. Oh, right. And she got a husband and a boyfriend. This ain't no house of
Morality.
yeah, of
Is it
morality.
right?
Now, he may have wanted to marry her because he liked her, and then he did get her pregnant. But
Yeah.
I think that there had to be, it wasn't no obligation. They didn't get married in the 1950s. This was
That's
just the
true.
last. Their oldest son is only 16 years old. People wasn't, but I will say this: in Alabama, every friend I had who got pregnant young out of wedlock in the 90s did marry those
Yeah,
guys.
the most of the
And
time
it
he would
wasn't
get married.
many. When I moved to St. Louis, because I lived in Birmingham up until I was 16. When I moved to St. Louis when I was 16, every friend and family member I had
Oh,
under 19 had a baby and didn't marry.
okay. One last thing about Marceau and Tish. And now somebody said it. They had on their uniform, they t-shirt, and they
Ooh,
distressed jeans, the
oh,
shorts. Tish and Marceau. If they don't
girl,
get something else to wear, I'm so over that. Somebody else said that. I don't understand.
I
Hey,
like distressed
Angie.
jeans, but goodness gracious. Oh, the 90s, yeah.
Why did he ask Tish to marry him before she got pregnant? Well, I don't think he.
I
I
mean, he
mean,
may have. They may, I think he said they were supposed to get married and then she found out she was pregnant.
they say Mel got a boo. I think Mel's done had several boos. She just don't show them. Martell's more open about showing who he's
He
dating. But
actually has only shown one. He, um, what's her name? Coleslaw had to trick him at a concert.
how is that tricking? He posed with her.
Well, after she tricked him, though, she kept going in and out, and people kept saying, "Is Martell there?" I see the top of his head. She went in and out of that live. I watched it. That's one of the few lives I ain't have nothing to do that day that I watched. But she came back. She was dancing. They was in some concert,
And
and,
he
and
was kissing
people
on her.
asked,
They was
"Yeah,
hugged
he
up.
did."
Yeah.
And I think they was broke up like a week later.
The next day. Like
Yeah.
he ate her butt like he liked to do, and he left on that.
Oh,
Ain't that what she say? Mel has an African boo. Oh, well, he got money. I feel
girl,
like
they
everybody
he
that went to that
did
wedding,
not
the
put that.
Porsche, better came back with an
I was
African.
just gonna say that. How did we not discuss Portia?
If Giselle
Portia,
did not come back with an African, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, Giselle should have came back with an African. Quad should have came back with an African. Who else? All them who was single should have got them a rich African.
girl, um,
Not they were two fools in love on April Fool's
what was
Day.
her
But
name?
what about the other
Portia
girl with the
got
short
him.
blonde hair? Was he not her girlfriend? But he didn't show her much at all. He just took pictures with her.
I
But
wonder
he didn't claim her.
why they deleted all of that. It must not have been good
Yeah, that footage with her.
footage. It must not have been good footage because they ain't used none of that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like Sheree wants to be. Maybe Atlanta won't let them take a lot of pictures. Did they stop that? Because you don't really see them together anymore right now.
Who? Who?
Sheree and Martell.
They were just somewhere together.
I know they took a picture at his magazine thing,
Yeah, that's what it was.
but they're not. Was Sherman an African? He wasn't an African.
He wasn't African.
He was just black. But you don't think that Simon's African friends came over? You don't think so?
I mean, he had some friends here because Sheree was
Yeah.
friends with him already.
I know they wasn't coming to him. They wasn't in. Yeah, I
Sheree
know they wasn't in
said,
Africa.
Sheree said in the when Watch What Happened Live before she was on the show, she was on Watch What's Happening Live, and Andy asked her about him. He was like, I don't know nothing about their relationship, but I'll tell you one thing: Simon's a solid dude. I know him personally. And she said that they've traveled to Africa with him. He's a good dude. So that's why I was saying that say whatever you want. People want to, I don't want to, we can't even really talk about the morality of this whole situation when his ex-wife had a whole human being 4 months after they got a divorce.
And pregnant with another one.
Right, by his assistant. So
But she looks so happy. But Portia looks
I
happy
mean, I'm
too.
glad for her, but we can't talk about the morality here.
Oh,
There is
I'm
no
not. I
morality.
didn't say nothing about the morality. I'm just saying, they both was wrong. Wrong is wrong. Portia was down to the pool, took that lady husband,
She did not
and
take that lady husband. That
the
lady husband.
assistant went down to the
That lady
pool.
was looking at the help.
And the assistant went down to the pool when Simon went there and took that man wife. So they did say that Sheree was dating Damian Hall, but I don't know if she is. If so, her and Martell could be fronting.
Or she could just be dating.
And I like that. Date
She
Sheree.
said that.
Sheree and
She
Martell
actually
are pure.
said that she's dating. She's like, and y'all have to remember what's crazy is this the first time we done seen Sheree date. We've been watching her in
I
and
haven't
out
seen her
this
date.
show. Like the only guy that she's ever been around is her ex.
Well, Tyrone was in jail. We couldn't see her date, Joy. What's she gonna do? Go down and do what you call them conjugal visits? Like
There
what?
ain't no way if HE double hockey sticks as no housewife of Atlanta will I be talking about my jailbird boyfriend.
So you think they're PR stunt? People are really talking about Portia now. Why you don't tell? Why? Well, why don't you just tell it, Joy? Well, she went down to the pool and took that lady husband.
She did not take that lady husband.
She took that lady husband.
Was
Portia said when
that
she
lady
walked
was looking
in,
at that lady was looking at the help.
when she walked in and saw that house, she was like, "Oh, I'm taking that lady husband." Portia, you look, mine ain't got all that, so I ain't worried about you around mine.
They said she reached out. I kind of believe this. I do kind of believe this though. They said that when Simon actually filed for a divorce twice, once in January, then he withdrew it. But when he did it in March, early March, this time he had proof and he actually put out the video of the boyfriend going in the house real late at night.
I saw
When he
that.
was out of town. He actually released that and she had lied and said he was nobody there. So
it's the ring camera, like
yeah, it was an instant ring. It was security camera.
Mm-hmm.
So he filed for a divorce this time, and allegedly, and I believe this, it because I specifically remember an article that was talking about they added Phelan of all the different housewives that have gone on the show and lost their husbands and got a divorce. So they added Phelan. Is it Phelan or
Fallon? I think
Phelan to that article. Anyway, in the article, I forgot the point I was making.
I know it is. Portia reached out to Simon.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. They said that
he was vulnerable, and she took that lady husband.
I don't think she take that lady up. But you do realize it's fact. It's undisputable that if she did reach out, she was literally pregnant with another man's baby.
She didn't know that. Portia didn't know what was in her womb.
It don't matter.
Portia didn't know.
He had filed for a divorce, and she was pregnant with another man's baby.
Well, Sheree could have been on Love After Lockup. I done called Sheree Love After Lockup.
That was stupid. That was I no way I would have told nobody that. I would rather say I ain't got
what comment did he make at the pool, Callie?
Who?
Portia. Wait a minute. Somebody said Portia had the nerve to wear white, but she wore red the first time.
She wore 5 dresses. White. Yeah. I don't even think that was white. I think that was like egg.
It was kind of like a egg crew.
It was like eggshell. It wasn't white. That's appropriate. Eggshell is appropriate.
I think so. I loved her dress.
I ain't gonna even tell you what. Well, I ain't gonna even talk about my mama. But I'm like,
Portia put Whopper. Yes, honey. She put that on Simon, and he ain't know what to do. But I thought the wedding was beautiful. I don't know how we got on this. We about to talk about Kimmi hair in a minute, but let's finish talking about Portia since we're here. She took that lady husband, Tori. You normally agree with
that lady husband. That
you
lady husband is for the streets. When you sleeping with the help, you done put your husband out in the streets.
So that's a lot of people said that pool scene.
I saw it. Everybody keep posting it all. It's been all around the internet. And wait a minute, it's hilarious because not only were they, they were appropriate, of course, in front of each other. But what's funny is later on when they was in the pool talking, he was in the background watching.
Mm-hmm. Portia turned that thing up, said, "You see all this Fallon ain't got this." Fallon done had 18 kids and she's still skinny. Look at me. Look
Yeah,
at this. Okay. I ain't mad at Portia. I'm happy for her. I really know Portia wants love.
she
I
does.
really
And
pray.
oh God, I'm so glad you mentioned that. One of the things that I really, really like about Portia, and I think some of us could learn, you know, Portia is so open. And I know y'all think it wrong emotionally. Like she takes chances. A lot of girls don't do that. Like we be so guarded. Portia go all in. She'll give you your whole heart in 30 days. You
And
know what I mean?
yes, honey. Yes, she could go
I
on Married at First Sight and Portia
Yes,
would
like
make it.
she
She
could.
would make it.
Portia is a romantic.
Yeah.
And most women aren't like that. That was so refreshing in my opinion. When she was dating, when she found out she was pregnant, those were some of the best episodes. She was just so open 100%. She closed herself once he cheated on her.
Cheating on her,
But
yeah.
she
But
was
I mean, Portia said
100%
he ain't got
open.
no job, he ain't got no kids,
Yeah.
he ain't got no this. Her legs open more and more. Portia saw opportunity. I
But she
know.
said something else I remember in her show when they had, well, no, that wasn't her show. That was Housewives. When she said she was looking through pictures, crying. How often have we done that and said, this was a lie? This was a lie. Like you would
Um,
look at these pictures, you'd be like, these were the happiest moments. And this whole time that I thought everything was good. And it was a lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. I'll never forget that. Because
well,
y'all ain't never did that. Am I the
Joy.
only over romantic person?
Yes, you are, because I just
I'll
don't I
certainly be
don't
like,
keep the
this is a
memories.
lie. I don't throw away and burn stuff, though. I keep them.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I don't
I
do
done
that.
tore something up before though. I done tore a
I
picture
don't
up.
do that. I
But I
keep
was
them.
in it and I had on, so we shouldn't have had that picture together. I like how you calling Portia so she's just open with her heart and not guarded. Anybody else would have called her a hoe. Do you agree?
Well, you're saying, I ain't saying that her legs. Yeah, I was talking about her legs. I was
I
talking about
think it's
her heart.
great. I think it's
I
good.
mean,
Go ahead.
you have to kiss a couple of frogs before you can get a prince in a very elementary way to say it. And I think that it's something to be said about those women that put themselves out there. We got friends like that, and sometimes they've had bad situations, but one day they gonna bump into a good one.
Simon.
But you don't want to be in a situation where you close and it's a good one in front of you, but you so hurt by what and it's a whole group of them in them Huntsville groups because they so mad at with Martell. They don't even know how to take him right now. They don't know how to talk
Not
about
with
him.
the right filter, we could get a print somewhere. Child.
Who said that?
Child, that she filtered him to the gods. But do you think that is something wrong when you don't like the way your man look without a filter?
I mean, women use filters. I need to know which filter it is.
It's so good.
I just
It's
want y'all to
so good.
give a shout out to
Okay,
your
filter.
filter people.
They bought, they make filters specifically for your skin tone and your shape. You can buy them on Etsy.
Really?
Somebody told me that you can buy a filter that could work just for you. And whatever that
Hey,
is, she found it for Simon.
if we could get somebody needs to talk.
Girl,
What filter they be using? Look, everybody be talking about the source. I'll be like, just tell me the filter. Just tell
I
me.
just want the
Is
filter.
it
No, it's not
only
even the weight
Google?
loss. It's his entire face structure. It does something to it that makes it really good. I mean, I use a filter every now and then, but no, you can. And one time she forgot to do the filter, and I was like, man. But yeah, Giselle like ugly men though. But they must got
I think
money.
that she may also be a me. What is Giselle's sign? Y'all know.
She's a Virgo. She's like a
Okay.
Capricorn. They're very similar.
Okay, I'm a energy type of girl. I
Mm-hmm.
If you make me feel good, I got you. I don't even realize how ugly you are until later. That'll come after how ugly.
You better love
Like
me.
you go by energy because it's obviously not unattractive men. And first of all, although I never saw him, I wouldn't put him in the attractive aisle. Jamal, her ex-husband, I
Mm-hmm.
know why she likes him.
Oh, she
Yeah,
likes him because
I
he's
know why she likes him. he has a charm about him, a sophistication about him, a coolness about him. Like, this dude is a pastor and he straight is cool.
She
Like,
said
for
she
real,
heard
for real.
his voice and she knew she was
And
gonna like
he
him.
can preach his butt off.
I don't think he's handsome though.
Um,
Anyway, are we back on? Are we done with this? Because we need to get back
no.
to Kimmi and then we'll be done.
Yeah, okay, Kimmi.
That's all. I don't have any more notes, y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't. I said we were gonna be here that long. Kimmi, I didn't
She wants them to be grateful. Shut, girl, Antoinette.
So funny. Giselle is the type of girl that if you treat her like a queen, she's gonna fall in love with you. Every girl wants
a little
to
like
feel.
Portia, but she's guarded.
Who?
I think Giselle. I think she falls in love hard when she's in love.
Yeah,
and that's why she's so guarded.
Yeah,
I'm kind of the same way too.
Portia just takes chances.
Portia just jumps on her.
I love that's one of the. It's something that I admire about her. It's something that I never had the ability to do.
Portia follows this, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, once you get from under a man, get on top of another one. That is Portia's stance.
I don't think so.
And once you get from under a man, get on top of another.
I think that she may have had some playthings like that, but I think Portia has a criteria for what she wanted. She wanted somebody successful. That whole thing about the legs, you got some money, you ain't got no kids, and you love me. Like that I believe that was real.
I think she loved Dennis. I do. And I think Dennis loved her.
I definitely believe she loved Dennis. Did y'all watch that show? I
didn't watch it, but I feel like.
And I think that I don't think that what's sad is I think they were both right. Dennis was
first
right.
husband was ugly. Portia's?
Who?
Her first husband was
ugly. Oh, you talking about Cordell? I don't think he was ugly.
I mean, Dennis was they're just normal.
Neither one of them may be in the category of I'm surprised she would pick Cordell. She likes control. She likes to be controlled. There is an element of I'm going to be on the end, teetering on the end of inappropriateness, but you can hold me back in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I think she likes that.
I like some people like to be just choked a little bit, and then you just, just like and then you just just this right, just a little bit. That's what she likes, just that much.
That's a little pressure. Look, that's a little pressure.
I like that, just a little bit, not the whole time.
And I think she likes that because I kind of got a feeling had we really got to see Simon is very controlling. I believe that.
Oh, he is.
But he also probably really finds her attractive. Mm-hmm. She has an element of youth.
That because he looked tired when they swagged right. He was like
they scared at the party at the wedding. He was exhausted. Looked like he'd been up since 6 a.m. He tired.
He's not tired, boss.
Right.
Tired, boss.
But she's fun to watch. And she gonna treat you right because she does adore the men that she's with.
Yeah,
she really does. She ain't just gonna play like you. She gonna adore you.
Her thighs. Remember that he said, "Baby, no, my thighs hurt, honey." She was tired. She was like, "Look, Simon, I can't do it no more." Okay, let's talk about Monique Samuel then before we get off.
Okay.
Now returning to
Love and Marriage DC.
Love and Marriage DC. So we were watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I text Joy and Callie, and I'm like, Monique ain't in the preview, and I'm thinking maybe they saving her for later. Mm-hmm. Comes to find out. Do you think Carlos got mad at her for talking about them not being together and not letting it play out on the show? Because I felt like they said they filmed it. Now they're saying
I sure read it.
Yeah,
somewhere that they were filming, that they were
filming.
She said it was over a money dispute, but no hard feelings. I tend to think that if she thought Bravo's check was a little check,
right?
It's probably even smaller.
And you accepted that,
huh?
And she accepted it the first time.
Well, I think she accepted it because maybe she thought it would change when things blow up, but I don't think maybe it blew up in a way that may warrant the kind of check that she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But do you think she deserved it? I didn't watch it, but from what people were saying,
It was
she
okay.
wasn't that girl on that show. Like she wanted to be that girl, but she
No,
wasn't.
no. If the other ladies definitely gave us more entertaining.
Yeah.
uh, than her and Chris. And then when you were watching Chris, you were feeling sad for him because you can see how the roles switched. It was sad almost. I wasn't a fan of neither one of those, but I felt bad for him because I
Yeah,
felt
that's
like
what a lot of people
Monique
saying. She
wanted
was
him
horrible.
to be something that they never were. She wanted, I get what she, and this is not what she said that was wrong. What she wanted in a marriage was really a beautiful thing, but she was
Mm-hmm.
asking something of Chris that he didn't even know how to give. And I think that if he knew how, he would give it. Like that's how badly, it seemed like he married somebody that was 100% pleasing of him. And he fell in love with her because I do
Uh-huh.
think he loves her, but she was a pleaser. And now she's in a place where I'm sure she's now gotten help and she can do a little more of the things that she wants to do in life. And now she wants him to be intertwined with her mentally. And he in a place that she's not.
I can see that. I I don't know. I feel like
It's
Carlos got
sad.
mad at her for talking about the divorce. See, she wanted to one up something. For some reason, she wanted to put that out at that time, which really wasn't necessary.
And you would think that she would have been mad at Ashley
Uh-huh. But she
because
wasn't. She
Ashley
wanted
was,
that to be said at BravoCon. She
I
wanted to
said
make
that.
an impact against BravoCon. You know what I'm saying? And it backfired on her. And I do feel like somebody said she wanted to show Candace she was doing better. I feel like Candace is doing what can't what she called herself, Hazel, when she was rapping, wanted to be. She wanted to be a pop star. She wanted to rap. She wanted to have her own music. Candace has all of
Oh,
that.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
she
wow.
I don't think Monique, I feel like Monique is never going to work on reality TV because like most of the people on there, they don't care what they look like. Once they do it, they do it. But
Right.
she's so controlling, and
Mhm.
she wants to come across as something that she's not. So you can't come across what you ain't.
And she has a
And
vision for the show, and it's not a show you're producing.
right,
They might just, I don't know.
Monique
I
wants to do
get you.
what everybody else is doing already, so they have no reason to admire her whatsoever. I remember her pastor said to her, "You want these ladies to
To
look
be
at you and be like,
impressed.
oh my gosh,'
You want
but
to be
they don't.
impressed.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're not impressed with you."
Yeah, yeah. I remember
And
that.
she's not used to people not saying, "You got 4 homes. Oh my God, you got this, you got that."
Wow.
The ladies in Potomac, they grew up like this. They don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not
And
y'all
say
putting her
whatever
out
you
in the
want.
car on
Even
Ventura
old
Boulevard.
country Karen lived in a big old house on the
Right.
farm.
On the phone.
Yeah, they are used to, like, none of these women. Wendy
Maybe
probably
Ashley.
had, yeah. I don't even think Sharice grew up in money, but she
Mm-mm.
was a young girl when she got involved in money. But most of them grew up pretty privileged.
Yeah. And yeah, so I think she really probably hate Candace right now because Candace is doing her music. She's touring. She's got a song with Trina, even though it's okay. I remember somebody on Candace said, I
That
wonder
was so funny.
why Trina is on there. Did she not know that Candace is on that reality show? And I think, ain't Trina on one? Is Trina
Yeah,
not on the
she
reality
gonna
show?
love it. She wasn't. She's not really on that show. I think she just kind of did tricks. When Trick Daddy was on there, she would pop in. But
Okay.
she was. I don't think she was a. I could be wrong because I did not watch Love and Hip Hop Miami. I ain't gonna even lie, but I
I don't
know
know.
that she popped in because I saw an episode of her and Trick Daddy together. Cause see, I don't even know when Trick Daddy is. I just watched maybe one episode when it first came on because that one lady was so pretty,
See,
who looked
I don't know.
unusually brown. I never. She looked different. She real brown,
Oh, she's
and
kind of Ethiopian, maybe? Ethnic?
no, she's Hispanic
Oh, okay.
of
Well,
some
they're in
sort.
Miami.
And
Yeah.
I forgot who she is. I forgot her name, but she's pretty, and you want to look at her because it. And I think what it is that her face doesn't match. I hate to say this. her skin doesn't match. I sound crazy.
Stop
What
it.
we would think your hair is something. I know. I'm not- Look, and I'm just saying that because she's pretty. All you do want to do is look at her. Like it don't look like she matched or something.
The
It's
Cuban
weird.
chick. She might be Dominican, maybe.
I think
Cuban.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know what she is, but she's so pretty. You just look at her. And like
Joyce.
it wasn't just me because people kept saying that her skin wasn't like that. So in the next season, she did a bikini, wanted to prove that her body was, it almost looked like she was in blackface. It really did.
Really?
Yes, like you have to look
Okay,
her
I gotta
up.
look her up.
She is different. She's uniquely different. Like all you could think is she got to be on the cover of everything.
Is she like a rapper? Why is she on there? Look at me. We
No,
don't talk about something. We need to
I
get
don't
off
know
here.
what she is.
Okay. Anyway,
Like I said, I only
I
watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
So they said Trina. I don't know. I don't watch it. But anyway, what was I gonna say? What we want to say before, let's end on a good note.
Oh, here's something somebody said. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, what they say?
That you put in the group, which I thought.
Oh yeah, I did say it.
I laughed at this about 5 minutes. When Candace and Trina, they did that scene with Candace and Trina, they played Candace's song. The song, they must have chopped it up real bad. They had to have. Because the song actually sound pretty at some points. And then the beat got weird. And then
it got weird.
And then Callie said somebody wrote in the group, they look like Candace and Trina on 2 different songs.
Different songs. Like I said, it remind me of Melody. You know how I feel like your dog though. Feel like that's 2 different songs. This was 2 different songs. So she's very dark and beautiful. That's who you're talking about. She's a singer. All right. I'm gonna have to go see who she is. Y'all got me one her up. But we want to do a good note with Kimmi. I know that somebody was saying Kimmi cut her hair because of Oprah's little thing that came on after Love and Marriage Huntsville about black hair, which I love that. I don't know if people watched it.
She may have thought it was the perfect spot to put it on.
It was
was necessarily planned. This was filmed back in June.
Yeah, I think that this show has been filmed a long time ago. No, they said the afro isn't her real hair, she said.
Look.
Oh, wow.
It almost looked like she's in blackface.
Yes.
But she's not. Like, you just keep looking at her, and it's so weird because she's...
What does her parents look like? They got to be some beautiful people.
Let me show you a first picture of her. Look at this picture here. She would be on every Afro Sheen commercial in the world.
I know good music, first of all. And I like Drive Back. I listen to a lot of Candace music on Spotify. Oh my God.
I will say this. I refuse to listen to it because I don't really like Candace. But I miss R&B so bad. I almost push play.
Her city is very good.
And it's R&B-ish. It's straight up. And she was right. It's real R&B. That's what she.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Yeah, the
only thing that makes it popish is that she has auto-tune on. That irritates me.
And Candace can sing. I feel like that song in spots. I don't know. And Wendy act like she knew the words. She didn't know none of the words. And then Wendy gonna post every time I come to Miami. I'm checking in with my friend Trina. I'm like, Trina didn't even know you to the night, girl. Like she just hot mess. But yeah, the Whitlows are pregnant. Congratulations, Whitlows. Oh,
I meant to put on my earring set tonight on her.
Oh, your paparazzi.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have put it up.
I meant to get it sitting over there too. For me,
I just feel like the Insecure song. I will say this: I felt like on the Insecure song, Trina upstaged Candace on the song. But her dad is dark and her mom is like, okay. They was on the show. Oh, her parents was on the show. You watch everything, Tori.
Here she is.
So congratulations. Okay, yeah.
Like it don't look like her face.
Her skin don't look real.
I told you. All you do, you just keep looking at her like, is that real?
It's like golden, like almost like a blonde.
It is. It's so
like a statue. Does that make sense? Okay.
I'm telling you, look her up. She
I'm gonna
is
look her. Okay.
exceptionally pretty. You want to touch
Does
her.
anybody want to come on? I
You
forgot
want
to ask
to
you that.
touch her skin.
Like Robin was touching that man's skin. Yeah.
I thought that was funny, by the way. We forgot to mention
It
that.
was. I
I'm
thought it was funny.
gonna
It was
start
nothing.
doing this. I'm gonna do
Okay, does anybody want to come on? I want to say, we're praying for Kimmi. That was a scene like no other. Her cutting her hair. Her friend looked like her sister. I thought her friend looked like her twin, actually. I was like, who has friends that looks like them that much? But her cutting her hair was. Would you have to cut your hair, or would you just let it fall out to see if it would have fell out?
Now that I know you could do that, I would try to do that.
Yeah,
that's something that you could do. Because I got a lot of hair up underneath this turkey.
Girl, me too.
Oh,
Tori tried to come in. It made a noise this time, Tori, when you tried to come in. All right, go ahead, Tori.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to say about the show. I just really liked the Huntsville because everything was just beautiful and nice. And only person that made me mad was Tisha with her negative, confession. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to seeing more episodes like that. Also, I just think Maurice is just, the man. Kimmi is, the woman. And they just doing these things. And I'm just praying for them or whatever. But to Love and Hip Hop, Trina is a full member cast on Love and Hip Hop. Trina she done had so many storylines. Matter of fact, this season her storyline was forgiving her cousin Bobby Lights. Her boyfriend, her so-called fiance, supposed to punch Bobby in the face, and her brother going around trying to be a peacemaker. So, she's a full cast member.
Oh, so she okay.
The other girl is Amara Allegra. She's Hispanic. She's a Hispanic singer. She does copa.
Oh.
And her daddy is dark like her, and her mother is very light skinned like Callie. But they're both all Hispanic, so she's full blooded Hispanic.
Okay. I was wondering what she was. She's so pretty. Like you almost think it's drawn on her skin. Is so unique.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
You seen her twins? The babies she just had, they are cute too.
She got babies?
Well, I see the little girl.
She just had twins.
Much lighter than she is. Oh, I didn't realize.
What's her husband like?
She don't have a husband. She has a baby daddy. That's where it gets kind of drama. Okay, her and Shay Johnson.
Popeye.
Bucky Shay that used to mess with Strappy. That was on
Flavor Love. He on that show.
Yeah, she's on there too. She's a full cast member as well.
Oh,
and
who?
Amara used to date Shay's brother.
But the Shay do some Love and Hip Hop?
Was friends with this boy who he introduced Amara to. And they end up breaking up, and Amara end up basically messing with the homie and getting pregnant by the homie. And now she got twins.
Stop it. First I thought you said the homeless.
No, the homie.
I got you now. I don't understand, but why is Shay on there? Does she rap, sing? I mean, like, what's the criteria?
Shay being on there because she was messing with Pleasure P. You remember Pleasure P from
he was messing with Scrappy on Atlanta.
Yeah, on Love in Atlanta. Then all that went down. Then all of a sudden she been on Miami because she was messing with Pleasure P. And then her and Pleasure P got into it. Now she doing her own little thing. So she got
she have a baby by? Didn't she just have a
baby? She won't reveal the daddy. She won't.
Girl, these people. Why we ain't on a reality show? Because we ain't gonna do
half this. So she get in what she in it. But she makes the show good. She always slapping somebody or having drama with somebody. So I guess they need her.
I knew.
Yeah, Cuban, Hispanic.
She's Cuban. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they showed that because I remember one day I was at a store. And I was like, okay, here you go, my black sister, and the lady turned around and told me straight up. She said, I'm not black, I'm Hispanic. And, she was just as dark as me. So that's when I learned that Hispanic people come in all colors, like you black people.
Okay. Well, I knew that because even when we were in this summer, I was in Tampa. What I hadn't seen are real dark Cubans. And that's just me being cultured. Because I knew that, in my head, all you see on TV are white looking Cubans.
Because that's all they show on those shows. They
Yeah,
don't
that's
show
all you
the.
see. I had
Yeah.
never seen one, and when I say dark, I'm talking about like
Oh, I know Brazilians
India, from
are
India
Cubans. I didn't
dark.
know
It's
In
a
Cubans.
shade.
Indian, yeah, I was just about to say because Indians are dark like that too. And
Yeah,
I
I
They
know
won't
used to
show
that.
that
work
really
with an
though.
Indian
Yeah.
Yeah,
family that's from actually New Delhi,
Yeah.
Indian, and they got colorism big time.
Oh
Big
In this
time
yeah,
country,
Hollywood. You
yeah,
believe it
won't
or
see
not,
no
the
dark
light
skinned
skinned
people.
Indians don't like
Yeah.
the dark skinned ones.
Yep.
yeah,
And that's why what's that, Bridgerton, they wanted to show those two girls who were darker. If
yeah.
y'all watch the second season, because they
I
don't really
did.
get to be
Also, when
on.
y'all get a chance, check out the other housewives shows in the other countries like Durban and Dubai and
Do they
I
Lagos.
mouth
watch Dubai.
match the
One thing that
words?
I liked it
They
about
mouth gotta
Durban
match
that
the
was
words, and
very
I don't want to
good.
be reading all day.
Yeah, they match the words.
Well, yeah, but one thing that I admired about Durban that we have not seen in the American franchise is they allow BBWs on there. Big beautiful women.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in none of the franchise.
Now that's
And
true.
that was awesome to see. And then they also had one particular BBW that's very dark. I mean, very
Oh.
dark. And I haven't seen that in a lot of franchise. And I thought that was awesome and amazing to open up the franchise with that and give
Are
it
they
all
rich?
shades, all shapes, and
But
things like that. And
they
Are
do a
they
lot of
real,
carried
real
themselves
rich?
very well.
but
Are
they
they?
do a lot of bleaching, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing. The big girls didn't, but the skinny ones did. That's the only thing I did not like about the other shows in the other countries was the bleaching. It made me feel very bad. It made me feel
Mm-hmm.
very sad for them because I know that what we went through as Americans over here just to get people to accept our skin color, and here
Yeah.
they are trying to wipe it away. So
And they in
I really
Africa,
don't.
right?
Yeah, in Africa. So I don't like that at all. And you can see it very clearly and you can tell it's very obvious that they
Like
Mm-hmm.
bleaching.
something they skin like Sammy
It looks
Sosa
like it's
looking.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, you and then you'll see like different episodes. You'll see them light one minute, dark the next. One particular person on the Durban one, you can tell that she was constantly having weight loss surgery. Having stuff done to her.
What?
She'll be kind of thick on one episode and real skinny on another, and things like that. So those are the type of things I did not like. But I must say, Durban has a great filming crew, and the rest of them need to use that filming crew.
Where you watch it at?
Oh, now I watched it on a pirate site,
Oh,
but you can catch them on Peacock. They
I
have
thought
them
they was
on
on
there,
Peacock.
and Peacock got a special right now for 12 months, 99 cents
I know.
Yeah.
That's what
for
I just
those who
posted
don't
on the
have it.
thing. Yeah. If you all want that, by the way, Peacock is having a sale right now. If you already have an account, you have to get a new one under a new email because you can't use this code updating your subscription. But you have to create another account and you put under a new email and put in save big, and it's 99 cents a month for 12 months.
Wow.
Then after 12 months, it moves to $4.99 again.
And it was crazy because it was $20 for the year, and now it's cheaper than that.
Yeah,
They
that's
had
what I
one that was
paid.
$20.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
paid 20, but I ended up doing the 99 cent one, and I had to cancel. What I did was cancel my other account because I was paying
Right.
$4.99, and
Mm-hmm.
since I after about 15 minutes, I couldn't figure out how to add the code. I went out and just start opening it up under another one. The Save Big is the
Okay.
promo code.
So y'all should be able to watch everything.
Yeah, everything. And
Ladies of
Peacock,
London is on there. I liked Ladies of London.
and Peacock is gonna have. It would be fun if we could do this show because a lot of our shows will be off. But the Best Man,
Oh
the last
yes,
uh
we need to do that.
chronicles or whatever they're calling it. What is it, the final
Mm-hmm.
episodes or the final
We should do that.
chapters or something? I would like to do that. I've been looking so forward. I am a woman that has been obsessed with the cinema of the late 90s and early 2000s. I've been begging for it to come out back. During that era, we, for whatever reason, had a lot of great artists, that were making really good films. And if y'all remember The Best Man, Love and Basketball, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, it was just an era of just good movies.
Good movies.
Yeah,
The
I
Best
ain't
Man
talking about the
Final
gangster ones. I wasn't. That wasn't.
Oh, what's the one with my boy Lorenz Tate when he was gangster? That one.
Hard
That's when
Out
I
Here
fell
for a
in love.
Pimp.
No,
Hard
it's when
Out.
I fell in love with him. I can't think of the name of it, but I
He was
loved
a
him.
pimp.
No, he was a gang, like he was a shoot 'em up bang bang. I'm gonna find out. But anyway,
With Lorenz Tate.
yes.
You're not talking about Menace to Society, are you?
Oh, make
No.
sure y'all check out Will Smith's new movie that's dropping
Okay,
December the 23rd.
okay. I didn't like that era of
Emancipation.
movies.
I think that's gonna be a great movie. I seen the
You talking about
preview. It's awesome.
Proclamation?
I'm not gonna even bootleg it. I'm gonna go pay for it. Okay.
Yeah. I definitely will. Yeah. Oh, The Best Man final chapters. Yeah. I'm
That's the
looking
name
so
of it.
forward to that because I love that whole series. I love this series. I'm trying to think of what else. Will Smith
it?
of the show coming back too to Peacock in February.
Dead Presidents, Menace to Society, both of them. I loved him. He was smoking that cigarette, Dead President.
I like Dead Presidents.
Man, care about me, and you just
I
in a
don't
little
never
circle.
want to see Menace to Society again. I don't
Yeah,
like.
I love me some Lorenz
I don't
Tate.
like shoot 'em up bang bangs. I just
He's
don't.
so little though. I need a man that can pick me up. Okay,
Who?
Lorenz Tate.
Lorenz Tate.
Josiah
Girl,
accent.
this dude is ageless. He still look
He
good.
looks so good. Activate my anxiety. They're all from Jamaica. That's what I liked about Dubai. They're from London.
Oh,
Jamaica,
that right. I don't want to read too many. I
Kenya.
want to read a little.
They don't have subtitles, Joy.
I don't want to be. Look, you gotta be like this the whole time. Look,
Does Durban or whatever have subtitles?
look, you gotta be like this the whole time.
What's your name, Tori? I've never watched it.
Never.
Does it have subtitles?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they all do. I heard that Dubai had a real bad problem with that.
I
That
love
people
Dubai,
were saying that it's just too difficult to watch.
but they speak English.
Look, first of all, it took me. I watched Bridgerton like 3 times.
Oh my God!
First episode, because it takes a minute to catch on. Not to just catch on, their humor is different. They say things differently. So you have to rewind and sometimes even pause and say, oh, okay, that's what okay, I get that. Oh, let me write that down. I'm gonna use that. I mean, the sense of humor is different. Now I done fell in love with Bridgerton. I done watched Empress. Have you seen Empress?
I love Empress. Victoria. You got to watch Victoria. Good. Victoria is so good. Okay, but anyway, we got to get off here.
Victoria
let me do this. Oh my God.
Okay.
Queen Victoria she was no joke. Do you hear me?
Is it
She's kind of like Empress. She's kind of like the Empress. Okay. Y'all scan this. Follow us on everything. Me and Joy gonna talk offline about this other stuff because y'all ready to go. Thanks for being with us.
Peace.
Peace.
The Empress.